Okay, all three. Backup is in place. We are ready to rock. It begins. Zoom that in. There we go. It begins in 3, dose 1. Coming up on TMS, what do people in this country eat on Thursday?
This week has the blackest of Fridays.
Game controllers that hurt you when you play.
How much are you eating?
Why you should be excited about Jurassic World.
Jobs gets the universal treatment.
Frozen is the new Barbie.
Recommendals.
Tom's Tech Time.
Your emails and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
With a sunny, wholehearted goodness of field-grown wheat in every flake. With a full strength of whole wheat vitamins, minerals, proteins in every flake. Well, it's true. Whole wheat in all its richness. That's what you furnish when you fill the cereal bowl with Wheaties. Don't slip up. See that they get Wheaties. Crisp, sunshiny, good. Pour on the milk, put on the fruit, and know the youngsters are getting all that whole wheat can give. Do that now. Wheaties. Breakfast of champions.
We just went and made a new dinosaur?
The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream.
The Morning Stream. You didn't say the magic word.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Magic word today is Thanksgiving.
Super fruity.
Super fruity. That's one word, right? Super fruity.
Super fruity.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. It's the TMS show. TMS stands for the morning stream, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Wednesday, November 26, 2014 is the date, and it is 8:02 Mountain Time, the only time zone that matters. Still, to this day, the only one that really, really matters.
The only one that matters.
I feel like it's just kind of right in the middle. People would say, well, what about central? That literally means middle. I don't know about that. Like, I feel like everything revolves around us. So F off.
TV show times are really screwed up in Central Time.
I
You ever
agree.
fly to Kansas and try and find the show you want to watch?
You
can't do it. You're in a hotel. You're like, wait a minute. When is American Idol coming on? When am I going to see my Paula and my Simon Cowell? They're not on the show in the morning.
No, they're not. Are they? Both of them?
No,
Neither of them?
I think neither of them are on there.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Simon Cowell was forever tied to that stuff. I guess not.
Yeah, and he's involved probably in the back end,
Yeah.
but Randy Jackson isn't even on there anymore.
No. Well, then what's
It's
the
like
point of that show?
Country Dude, J-Lo, and Harry Connick Jr. Keith Urban, I think?
I literally have not seen that show since, I'm trying to think, the William
been at
Hung
least-
season for me, which was what,
Cara,
2 or
the
3?
Cara Diaguardi season with Ellen DeGeneres, and I think that was the last one for me.
But you still got your Ryan Seacrest is all up in that, right? He's all
Yeah, I
over
think
it.
so. Yeah,
Okay.
he's a stalwart.
His stink is clearly
His contract he cannot get out of.
well, good for those. I'm sure that show has some appeal to somebody still, but I there are a few things I could care less about, and that's one of them. Although it does represent one of those shows like Survivor and a couple of others that started while I still had regular TV and has gone on long since I unplugged some 5+ years ago, which is weird to think about. 5-6 years I have not used regular subscription television.
And you're all the better for it. You haven't missed anything,
Nope,
right? You don't
nope.
feel like you're out of the loop.
No, I've seen everything I wanted to see, or am seeing it now, or whatever. Like I'm perfectly happy. In fact, if anything, I have too many choices still.
Yeah.
It's costing me a whole lot less than it used to.
Yeah.
So take that.
Yeah, for sure.
So Thanksgiving, it's literally around the corner. It's tomorrow.
It is literally around the corner.
Literally. Speaking of pronunciations,
By Rob Lowe.
Oh, it's pretty
there
good. That was pretty
by,
good. You're a
Chris
Trader.
Trader.
Chris
Chris
Trader.
Trader?
Very nicely done. Stop pooping is what he says in the mirror. I'll never forget that
Does he
episode.
say that really?
Yeah, there's an episode where he gets the whole town gets this horrible flu, and it's him and it's what's her name, and Leslie Knope, and everybody else is getting it. And he is so sure that he is impervious to such things because he is this perfect specimen of health. He is constantly positive about everything, his whole character.
Right.
And when he gets it, he just can't believe it. So he spends about 5 minutes yelling into a mirror at himself to stop pooping. It's really funny. It's a great episode. When he feels better, he runs the 10 miles back home from the hospital, which is great.
That's right. Yeah.
So anyway, it's right. It's really right around the corner. Like tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day, and it's a big holiday in the United States. I know Canada's got their own little version that was like a month ago or something. Other people celebrate various strange holidays around the world, but ours happens to be one called Thanksgiving, and it's a big deal. A lot of family get together, and people travel lots of places, and you hang out and you do stuff, and you eat a lot of food. And
go over the river and through the woods.
And it's to celebrate when the at its core, at least as a child, you're told that it's to celebrate our the coming of the pilgrims to the shores of what was then primarily Native American culture, and bringing with us blankets full of smallpox. No. It's the way the story goes.
So the deal is they lifted the rock, right? Plymouth Rock. And the pilgrims came out, and if they saw their shadow, we had another 6 weeks of winter.
Now, you nailed it. And then at Plymouth Rock,
and then they ate corn.
And as the as the old childhood song goes, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. That might have been a Malcolm X. Anyway,
might have been, yeah.
So it's a lot of visuals of people in really bad pilgrim costume looking things with hats that are terrible, sitting down at inexplicably modern picnic tables with the native folk who are here, and sharing their corn with us, and us sharing, I don't know, our whiteness with them. I don't know what we were sharing. What did we bring?
Brought stuffing. I'm sure of it. I'm sure that's what we carried over.
Okay. From that long voyage.
Me?
I don't know what we brought, but we brought that. And
our ancestors.
So we hung out. We did our thing. At least this is what we were told. And so tomorrow we celebrate that by doing it again with our family and remembering those who we're thankful for and all that sort of stuff. Right? It's a lovely little holiday, regardless of its origins. So I got a great link sent to us. It was on the New York Times website from Robin TX on Twitter.
Okay.
And they kind of have this fascination with this article as to what the different 50 states are interested in for their Thanksgiving feasts. What do they Google the most? What recipes
are they looking for online?
Right. They've stripped out all things like big boobs or whatever.
Is there a recipe for big boobs?
It's not a successful one as far as I'm concerned. So here's
Christina Hendricks is keeping that recipe close to her chest.
Close to her chest, yeah. And almost on her sleeve. Anyway, Thanksgiving recipes Googled in every state. Okay, so let's see what the most popular foods are here. We always start with our states because we're that way. For you in Colorado, it is frog eye salad.
I have absolutely no idea what frog eye salad is.
I think I know.
Swear.
I think I've had it, and I think it was like little.
I'm gonna up the Google quotient from Colorado one more by doing a search for frog eye salad.
Yeah, you got to wonder actually if that's the effect of this, because the people are going to start looking for things they don't recognize.
It's a pasta salad with crushed pineapple, mandarin oranges, coconut, and mini marshmallows, and a creamy pineapple dressing.
That sounds about right.
Actually, it sounds pretty good.
I've had that. It's all right. It's okay. The marshmallow part is always weird for me. I don't think that's
pasta though.
Yeah, right. It's a texture.
You had me at everything else.
Yeah. I love that. That should have been the line on Jerry Maguire. You had me at everything else.
You lost me at hello.
Now, what's funny is I am like packed in a frog eye salad hat and earmuffs here because Nevada, Idaho, Wyoming, and Colorado, the 4 states that cover our entire top, are all frog eye salad.
Your afro is frog eye salad.
Yeah, it's real super. It is like an afro. It's really weird. Funeral potatoes, though, from here in Utah. People love. They're so good, Brian. That I know what a funeral potato is. If you have never had funeral potatoes, the story goes that funeral potatoes come only at funerals, but not here. We have them whenever it's possible. It's basically just like potato casserole is the best way I can put it. But there's it's like a lot of creamy potatoy cheese thing. It's done in like a glass pan. And it's always good, and I don't care who makes it, it's always good. Like, you can't make a bad batch of funeral potatoes. It's amazing. So I'm actually not surprised by ours. That one makes sense to me.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, that one I'm not familiar.
turkey enchiladas is what Arizona's all up to. I
Ooh.
don't know what that's about.
It's some really interesting combinations here. I mean, looking across the thing, Texas has sopapilla cheesecake.
Yeah, never heard of that. That sounds good though.
It does.
Persimmon bread in California. Bunch of hippies.
Cookie salad. Here we go. You'd go down the Dakotas
Yeah.
in Nebraska, and you've got cookie salad, Snicker salad.
Yeah, it gets a little.
You get cream cheese corn in Kansas, but cookie salad and Snicker salad.
Yeah, Snicker salad I've had. I think I've had something with Snickers in it. It's basically a lot like that Frog Eye salad, but with Snickers in it. To be honest.
Interesting.
So I think that's kind of an offshoot of what's happening over there. Cookie salad is the weirdest thing I've ever heard of. Who knows
Cookie
what the hell
salad,
that is?
yeah.
We got your cheesy potatoes in what state is that? Is that Michigan? What is that over there?
Where's
It's up near,
Oh yeah, cheesy potatoes. That's the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
yeah,
Yes.
and that's probably a lot like funeral potatoes. See, I think a lot of these.
Oh no, that's the Lower Peninsula. Sorry.
Oh, or yeah, either way, it's the part that looks like the.
It's part that looks like a mitten.
It's the left of the penis thing.
I guess it's really, they're not breaking it out by the different halves of Michigan. It's,
No, no, apparently not.
Right.
The weirdest one on here, though, is something called four-layer delight.
Oh, I would not say that that's the weirdest thing here.
It's what would you say is the weirdest thing?
It's somewhere between pig pickin' cake over in North Carolina.
Pig pickin' cake.
Pig pickin' cake.
Uh-huh.
And there was the other one that I was wondering about. Where is it?
That's me. I
It
don't
was
know.
green. There it is. Green rice casserole
Oh, well, yeah. I wonder what that is.
in Missouri. Green rice casserole.
Or corn pudding. One of them is just sauerkraut.
Next time we talk to Dunaway, which will be Friday as part of the film sack portion of the coverthon, we
Yeah.
need to ask him about pig pickin' cake.
Yeah, he'd probably know. Dirt.
I know it's the other Carolina, but
Yeah.
maybe he knows.
He may know. I'm sure he
Yeah.
will. Those guys kind of get along. Dirt pudding is a good one. What state is that, though? We can't tell with the overlaps.
Where's dirt pudding?
Right.
Oh, that's Ohio.
Oh, Ohio is dirt pudding? What the hell?
Oh, they're eating their dirt pudding all down in Ohio. What's potato filling? Is it a filling you make with potatoes, or do you fill potatoes with something?
I hope
in,
it's you fill a potato with
in
something.
Pennsylvania.
Doesn't that sound better? It sounds better to me.
Filled potatoes, totally.
Pumpkin crunch sounds good. That's Hawaii.
Yeah.
And then I would finish it out with cranberry relish in Alaska, which sounds like not a dish, but a thing you just put in there. Like, cranberry. I understand that people put cranberry sauce and whatever
Yeah.
and out of a can or whatever. That's all, it's a part of the traditional meal, but
Yeah.
I don't know why the whole
No,
state of
cranberry
Alaska.
relish. I mean, that's just another. That's basically cranberries and walnuts and stuff all cooked together, and doesn't come. It's not cylindrical and dumped onto a plate.
Well, the big winner, I think, of the day is Frog Eye salad, because that's everywhere. Snicker salad, Frog Eye salad. There's a lot of repeating happening in the Midwest to the Western
Yeah,
United
I
States.
really got to figure out what frog eye salad is. Oh, that's cool. You can actually go state by state and see all of like the top 10 things that are searched on. So you got in Colorado, frog eye salad, butter braids, gluten-free gravy, bacon wrapped dates, challah bread,
Got it.
turkey enchiladas. So we're looking for that too. Vegetarian stuffing, gluten-free stuffing, caramel apple pie, and mushroom stuffing.
Oh, you're right. And there are photos of all this. I never looked past the map.
Yeah. What you got in Utah? You got your
Show us your funeral potatoes.
show us funeral potatoes.
Oh, I was hoping it was going to be Buzz.
Pretzel jello salad.
Hey, Oregon. Could you be a bunch of bigger hippies? Vegan mushroom gravy is literally your most searched for thing. You bunch of hippies. Good gosh. All right.
Cheese balls, one of the big things searched for in Utah.
Oh, what the heck is that? Oh, I know what a cheese ball is. Yeah, I've had one. They're it's basically like a, like
Please say just ball of cheese.
We
Please
like
say
a-
it's a ball of cheese.
well, it is, but it's the kind you cut into. It's like an outer crust of nuts and things.
Oh,
So
okay.
you make the ball by hand, and then you cover it in like a dome of a covering of like a nut breaded kind of thing, and then you put a bunch of crackers around it or whatever, and people combined can dip right out of the ball. So it's a
Sure.
soft ball.
They give you those at the Stuckies,
Yeah, Stuckey's has that. This is true.
right by the pecan pie.
Yeah. Anyway, that all looks lovely. Now-
Oh, wow. Vermont?
yeah.
Maple walnut pie, maple glazed carrots, maple pecan pie. I think they've got a problem in Vermont.
You know, if you come on down to Vermont, we might have some homemade jelly. All right.
A lot of maple.
Yeah, a lot of maple.
Maple vegetarian gravy. Maple, no, maybe not.
I think that stuff grows on trees. Just kidding. It does
Oh.
grow on trees. All right, a quick reminder before we move on to Daryl time, and that is that Black Friday is coming up Friday. That means everybody's going to go out and shop for things. And I know there is a decent portion of you who have been eyeing various products, prints, pint glasses, whatever it may be on the Frog Pants store that has your interest. Well, I've got great news for you. We have a code that people can use all day Friday, and it works through Monday. So it's a Black Friday thing, but you can get it through Monday. This code is B Friday 14. So like B, all one word, B Friday 14 is the code. Short for Black Friday, obviously.
Right.
And it goes all the way through Monday. That gets you 10% off everything on the store for a very limited time. 10% off prints, everything, all of it. B Friday 14, all one word. I don't think it's caps specific. I should have tested that. I have it written here in all caps, but I don't think it matters. You can try it both ways, folks. And then Patreon, people who support this Patreon need to pay close attention over there as well, because you will shortly be hearing, and only you will be, because we'll contact you through the Patreon site. You'll be contacted about additional cool stuff for Black Friday that only you get. Exclusive to you. All right. Enough of this jacking around. Let's call our buddy Daryl.
I see that we're getting ever closer to that mark that's going to get us the regular game show.
Yeah, nothing but good feedback on that. So I feel like
It's cool.
Yeah, I feel like we would be remiss if we didn't get it. So let's do it. Let's get there. Which, by the way, is at patreon.com/TMS. Brian, why don't you tell me now who Stump a Trek Nerds brought to us by?
It's brought to you by Hero Movie Podcast, the best source of superhero movie discussion in the multiverse. Each week, Adam, Sean, and Bruce talk exclusively about the only movies that matter, superhero movies. Hero Movie Podcast has it all. Find it all at heromoviepodcast.com or simply Hero Movie Podcast wherever you find podcasts.
That's awesome. Daryl's...
You like how the echo just abruptly ends?
Yeah, that was pretty good. Or how sometimes you'll be saying something and you'll turn it on and the echo will pick up some remainder of what you just said.
The last bit, yeah, exactly.
Pretty awesome. Daryl, are you there? You are there, of course. You just said
I
something.
am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you said words.
What's Washington's food?
I think
isn't it salmon balls or something?
Yeah.
Something like that, I think. Yeah. It is.
Salmon or smoked salmon dip.
Oh yeah.
Is that good?
Well, usually it's like in a ball, like a cheese ball, but with salmon.
That sounds all right. So you've heard
And
of cheese balls, right? You've had those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How
Not
about-
even, the salmon balls aren't even in the top 10 though. So yeah, it must just be the smoked salmon dip in a ball form.
Yeah.
Because then you get your pomegranate salad, your roasted yam, hot buttered rum, lefse, stufed mushrooms. I don't know if that's
Stufed?
a typo. Yeah, STUFED. I don't know if that's a typo on the New York Times page or a typo of what gets searched for.
Ice worms working for them.
And then mushroom gravy homies, and then vegan pecan pie,
Yeah.
roasted Brussels sprouts, and candied walnuts.
Those vegan mushroom pie or whatever the hell it was. Vegan. What was it? Vegan
pecan pie.
Yeah, that's probably right on the border with those hippies in freaking
Right.
Portland
It's
there.
a little, exactly. Little Oregon people.
Vegan mushroom gravy. Come on, man. All right. Well, that's all. That sounds lovely. Daryl, let's get to it. You've got Star Trek questions to answer, and we've got the questions to give you. He is the Trek nerd. Comes on the show and answers these questions. It's always fun. Cleo apparently commissioned a little mashup. We don't usually do these on Wednesdays.
Oh,
but
wow.
we'll see what this one is. I don't know what this is. We'll play it now, though.
Colon Commander.
Colon Commander.
Visa gonna command ya, colon.
Go suck the milk through the butthole.
I got another one that had a butthole and bit off one end and sucked it up the butthole.
The monkeys might fly out of my butt.
At this point, the entire digestive system collapses, accompanied by uncontrollable flatulence, until finally the poor bastard is reduced to a quivering, wasted piece of jelly.
We jump street, and we're about to jump in your ass.
Right in the crack.
We searched the entire vehicle. It was clean, so we had to proceed with the body cavity searches.
No way.
I inspected 12 individuals myself, inside and out.
Ew.
Y'all set? You holding your butt?
Yeah, I'm gripping it hard.
Good.
I had to take my character into a butthole.
Wailing Caverns is mid 20s to mid 30s, I think, dungeon, and it's quite confusing.
Okay. All right.
Are we back? Is it really you?
It's me now.
Okay.
It's me. Cleo, I don't know what you paid for that, but good luck to you. All right.
You
Got
didn't
every
want
penny's
balls.
worth.
You didn't
Yeah.
want balls, so that's what you get.
I guess we got
Right.
butts. Great.
Lots of butts.
Here's your question. In the Next Generation episode, Sins of the Father, Commander William Riker.
No.
I know, it's a good
No.
one. It's a good one. Riker returns from serving in an officer exchange program with the Klingons. Now the Klingons are sending an officer to the Enterprise. What is the name of the officer that they send to the Enterprise? Was it Commander Chorus? Was it Commander
That's a
Cox?
Klingon name?
I guess so. K with a K though. It's always with a K.
Okay.
Commander Cox. K O
Also with a K.
K-O-X-X, yeah. Commander Kern or Commander Krell. And they're all with Ks. Krell, Kern, Cox, and Chorus. It's the best law firm you're likely to find.
If
one of
you've
them
been
sings.
injured in an accident.
Yeah, and if you have any honor, come see us at Chorus, Cox, Kern, and Krell. All right, Daryl.
Driver trying to take away your honor and shame your house.
You know what? Why has no one ever made a video or a YouTube video about that? A law firm run by Klingons. I would love
That'd
that.
be fantastic.
That would be great.
Well, Worf's grandpa had a patch and was a lawyer for Kirk in Star Trek 6.
Right.
Remember that? I do.
Right.
All right, Daryl, here's this. Whoop, wait, not that. This right here.
Are you hungry?
Aren't you hungry?
What's a foodie?
Have in our hands wavy undulies. Oh, does that mean the same word? It's in French? Or in, French.
What?
Because wavy. So those chips, the macaroni and cheese things.
Chips.
It says wavy and then it says undulies, but I assume that means wavy again. Because below that it says jalapeno mac and cheese, macaroni au fromage et yapalino.
Jalapeno.
I like Japalino.
Or Yapalino is good too.
Yapalino. This is part of that Lay's deal where they had a contest, and up in Canada, this is one of the ones that won. Randall Littman is the person who created it, and it was sent to us by Miss Mulgra, who sent us these. And we had the what was it yesterday? Cinnamon something.
Cinnamon roll.
These sound much more like chips to me.
Ooh,
Oh, and they're ruffled. I didn't realize.
wavy. Was the first word you read.
Yeah.
They're undulies.
They're undulies.
I don't like jalapeno things, but it smells not bad.
Yeah, I think the mac and cheese part is the more prominent flavor. I think the jalapeno stuff is that little flaky, those little dots on there. I think that's it.
Oh, there's green.
So
dots.
I have some sort of weird allergic reaction to pickled jalapenos.
Mm.
They make me hiccup almost instantly.
A real? Ooh, this
this'll
would be
be
this
fun,
would be
then.
awesome then. As long
I
as you
don't
don't,
think this.
you know,
I don't think this will happen with these.
as long
but
as
it's
you have
like,
to slam an EpiPen in your chest or something.
Oh no! I just hiccup like crazy.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like this scene in The Rock where he force fed one of those green things to that guy and then had to stab himself in the heart.
Right, or Pulp Fiction.
Oh, I love that movie. All right, here we go. Let's try it. Oh, these are good.
Oh, I like these much better than the other ones. This
Yeah.
one better of one.
Yeah. Well, it took. I don't know. I guess they're all winners, right? Are they runners
I
up?
thought one of them was the champion, and then there was a distraction one thrown in.
Well, it says meet one of our flavor finalists. So this is just a finalist.
Oh,
And
both
the
of
other
them?
bag says the same, yeah. So we got to find out who the winner was.
Yeah, I thought one of these was the winner, and we were supposed to guess which one.
It's probably poutine or something. Canada.
Or potato filling
Yeah,
flavor.
why not? All right, nicely done. Those are good. I'll
I
eat-
don't taste any mac and cheese. It's more like cheesy potatoes.
It's just potato. It's just chips, is what I
I guess
taste.
that's what it is, though.
I'm having another one to test here. I got a little more jalapeno on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Not enough to make me hiccup though.
Yapalino is what I meant to say.
I officially like these. I vote these to win.
Brian, are you hiccuping? Are you good?
Yep, I'm good so far. No hiccuping.
It's because nothing in these chips are real. That's why.
Right. There is no real jalapeno in here.
Nope. I've heard that some people with peanut allergies can eat Reese's peanut butter cups all day long because none of that is real peanut.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah, who knows if he was telling me the truth? But that's what he told me. I say a friend, but there's this kid in my old neighborhood. When I was there, he was like 14, and if he came in the same room and there was like an open peanut somewhere, he would break out at least in some terrible rash and have a hard time breathing. If he got anywhere close an actual peanut, I mean, he would like lose it, ER visit, all of it. Right? It was awful.
Wow.
He grew out of it though. Hit 18, 19. He can eat peanuts all day now.
That's what they say, is that your allergies can really fluctuate as you get older.
Yeah, and his did, because in the positive direction, and got rid of it. So
I should try being stung by some bees then and see what happens.
Yeah, you should just we'll see. How would we arrange that? Should you go
get a phone booth?
Go disturb some kind of phone booth would be a great idea.
Stick a hive in a phone booth with you and just see what happens.
Yeah, film it for us so we can see that you did it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Die.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Nothing's changed since I was younger. I'll still die. You know?
Every time I hear when everyone talks about getting attacked by bees, immediately two things pop in my head, regardless of when I'm being told. And one of them is the car.
Clip? Oh.
Well, no, that one's a good one too. But the Volkswagen Bug covered in bees inside of a cold, air-conditioned basketball stadium in. Not that movie, but another movie about bees. Does anyone remember what I'm talking about out there? Chat room, find this movie. I don't remember the name of it. I don't think it was the one we saw. It may have been called The Swarm or something. But it was some 70s era made-for-TV thing where the way they killed the bees, or finally won, was guy lured them into this big air-conditioned stadium in a Volkswagen Beetle covered in bees. And it was so cold in there that they all just fell asleep on the car. I have a very vivid memory of that. That and the kid and Macaulay Culkin getting attacked and killed by bees in My Girl. I remember that.
Oh, yeah, right.
Because he got too many of them and he was allergic. So there's that.
Let's see. Here we go. The noise instantly attracts the bees and they completely cover her Volkswagen Bug.
Yeah.
1976 movie called The Savage Bees.
The Savage Bees? That's even better. The Savage Bees. That's it. And look at that red Volkswagen in the football field. Oh, it's a football, not basketball. Oh, that's amazing. Look at the people getting attacked.
Please tell me it's streaming.
Look at the bloody head guy. Oh, we have to see this. Because this is actually what I thought we were going to see when we saw that bees, millions of bees movie.
Right, you were thinking it was going to be this one.
Yeah, I don't remember what that was called. What was that called? Do you remember what it was called?
I don't remember what that was called.
It was this one right here.
Bees! Millions of bees!
Yeah. Oof.
You saying these bees eat plastic?
Yeah, maybe.
Savage Bees not streaming on Netflix.
Yeah.
But I'll bet you the whole thing's available on YouTube.
I want it. I want to be in on that again. Okay.
Yeah, there we go, right there. The Savage Bees, hour and 30 minutes. This has got to be it.
It's only an hour and 30. That's good. Short.
Well, maybe not.
The Savage Bees. These people that are so destroyed by them. Yeah, we need to. What are we doing? Why aren't we watching that?
There's the 5-minute trailer.
Really? Jeez.
Yeah.
I think if we can find that somewhere, even if it's YouTube, we bump that up on the list. Because I need to address a childhood fear, and that's my way of doing it. All right, there you go. Those were good. Daryl, do we have a birthday? Give me one.
We do. That would be Daniel Davis. He was the holographic Moriarty in Elementary Dear Data and Ship in a Bottle.
Oh, Moriarty, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You said Moriarty. Yeah.
Yeah, that name's weird. Who would name their kid that? Moriarty.
Well, happy birthday to. I was gonna play the thing and I can't find it now. Happy birthday. Here you go.
Happy birthday.
There you go. All right. Well, good for him. I like that guy. He's still with us or he died?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Still around
both?
69.
Okay.
And I'm drinking coffee like I said I wouldn't.
Oh, Daryl. What happened?
He's back on the mule.
Yeah.
Well, I usually make it at home with milk and stuff, but we're out of milk, so... Oh, wait a minute, though. I wasn't supposed to be drinking stuff made at home either.
Yeah,
well,
I
couldn't...
Yeah.
I couldn't eat cereal because there was no milk.
Right.
So I had to have something to eat, so I'm having coffee.
I feel like I'm hearing a fever dream from a psycho person. Or from a guy who's now drinking coffee again. That's maybe what I'm hearing. Well, good for you. All right, let's get back to the deal here. I've become addicted to chai tea. That's my problem now. It's
not a bad thing to be addicted to.
Well, the one that you put into the Keurig type, that particular
the coffee
thing.
pod chai tea?
Yeah, it's so good. Oh my gosh. I love it. And I don't like coffee or any of those kinds of things very much, but that I could drink all day. I won't, but I could. All right. What are we doing? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Back to the thing here. Daryl, what do you think about those commanders? Chorus, Cox, Kern, or Krell? Who'd they send over to the prisoner exchange or whatever it was, officer exchange program?
Chorus is a singer, so I'm crossing that out.
All right.
Krell is some weird 70s movie, isn't it?
Krell? No,
or no,
I'm
that's
thinking
Krull.
of Krull, yeah.
Close, yeah.
The first ever film sack was Krull.
That's right. And a movie that we're going to be giving away on Blu-ray as part of the cover-thon. We got that. We got Krull on Blu-ray, so that glaive, extra sharp.
Dude, you know what's crazy is we've had so many weird references on the show that link directly to things you're giving away.
I know.
That's so weird that would just come up in random conversation.
Oh, yeah, doing that too. Oh, yeah, that's going. That's getting given away.
Weird. All right, so you say no Krell, you say no Chloris or Chorus. You know, Cloris Leachman, the Klingon.
That's what I was going to say. Cox. That's just a dumb name. How would even let that in? I don't understand that one.
Not a big Ronnie Cox fan?
Well, yeah, but not as a Klingon.
All right. More as
so that leaves
Captain Jellicoe. You like him as that?
Yeah, that's all fine and good.
Yeah.
Kern. I think it's Kern because it can't possibly be any of the other ones.
I like this process of elimination. The rest of them suck so bad, it has to be that one.
Yes, exactly.
Well, let's find out. Is it?
Congratulations.
Well, of course it is.
You're a winner.
Comes aboard the Enterprise. Turns out he's actually Worf's younger brother. They are brothers, not bros. Here's a clip of him talking to Worf. Here you go, right here.
I was barely a year old when you left for the Kittimer outpost. You, our mother and father, were not going to stay long. It was decided that I did not need to go. I was left to stay with our father's friend, Lorg, until your return. You never did.
The Starfleet officer that rescued me was told by the Klingon High Command that I had no living relatives.
They assumed that I was killed with the family at Kittimer.
Okay, I just had a revelation.
Mm-hmm.
The actor who plays Duratan in the new Warlords of Draenor has to be that guy.
It sounds like him, doesn't it?
I am convinced that is Duratan, and I'm going to find it here real quick. Voice. Okay, Duratan in this game is voiced by Scott McNeil. Now we just need to see if Scott McNeil is... Hold on. This is going to drive me crazy.
Doug Wirt. Oh, no. Nope, no, that's a different person.
Oh, someone track this down. Star Trek.
You could tell in that clip that Michael Dorn had a lot of practice with the teeth, and the other guy was brand new at it.
Jeannie says it's Tony Todd.
Tony Todd? No, wait, that's Candyman, right?
It is Candyman. Holy cow!
Oh, you know what? I was thinking that guy is Candyman. Meaning I've gotten... Okay, I thought Worf's guy who played Worf's brother was the same guy that played Candyman, and also he played Sisko's dad. Or no, he played old Sisko.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, he played Jake when he's old.
So, yes, the guy who played Worf's brother, Kern, is Tony Todd, who was in Candyman.
And he is Duratan. Right?
No, I don't think we've got that. Hold on, I'm looking.
Wait.
No, I don't see...
He sounds so much like him.
He's in Dota 2 as Dragon Knight, Night Stalker, Viper, but I don't see any other... he's Dreadwing in Transformers Prime.
All right. Damn it.
Yeah.
I thought I had it. All right, fair enough. Boy, that guy's busy. Look at Tony Todd's list of work.
I
here.
know.
You got plenty going on. Huh. All right. Well,
Prelude to Axanar. What's that?
we've only said Candyman. That was the third time.
Oh
no. Bees, millions of
Don't
bees.
turn the lights off and have a mirror in front of you.
Oh, shite. All right.
Oh, he's going to be playing Admiral Ramirez in something called Star Trek Axanar, which is in pre-production and is due to come out in 2015. It's got to be a video game?
Probably.
It's a fan film, actually.
Oh, really?
Made by some high-quality Hollywood types.
I'm into that. I like high-quality Hollywood types. All right. Well, happy birthday to him. Or no, that's not his birthday. He was the voice of the brother. What are we talking about? I'm way back behind this thing. Daryl, good job. You did it.
Whenever he has a birthday, happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday to that guy. Daryl, what the hell are we doing? Oh, you're the Trek nerd. You're also that's on Twitter.
It's his birthday in a week. We're totally fine.
Yeah, it's all fine. You are the Trek nerd, and you also are on that show, This Week in Trek at thisweekintrek.com, as well as the Grumpy Cast. Those are two shows you can catch Daryl on, as well as this thing 4 days a week. Daryl, why don't you now play a game with us, and you're going to call it what?
Star Trek Pet or Actual Pine Tree.
Okay. I don't have a good theme for you, so I'll just play this.
This is outrageous!
All right, go.
Bishop.
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 Bishop. That sounds like a pine tree to me, but it could be...
It does to me as well. I can't imagine somebody naming their pet Bishop, but...
The Bishop Pines are lovely this time of year, right? You can
say let's go Pines. Pines
right,
on this one.
We say Pines.
Can I switch questions?
Nope. That means we got it right.
Television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
Give them a chance to answer.
It's the news, and it's brought to you by...
Catch the father-daughter art project that took Estonia by storm. Go to hergeberga.tumblr.com.
I actually don't know about Estonia for sure, but yeah, it's fun to do. Carter and I did one yesterday.
Zoidberg.
Called, the Zoidberg one. It was fun.
Yes.
Nice Zoidberg impression. That was bad. The idea there was just to do a stylistic take on Zoidberg, and I think we had some good success there. So go watch or go check that out. It's fun to do, and I think people enjoy it. Hergeberga, all spelled with the E-R. So Herga, H-E-R-G-A, Berga, B-E-R-G-A, .tumblr.com.
Nice.
All right, we got a controller in the wild. This is the thing for video games, to play on your console there.
Like your DualShock, your I can't think of does the Xbox controller have a name like DualShock does? I know,
I think it's
Sony's
just called
got that
Xbox
controller. Yeah.
It's kind of lame, isn't it?
It really is.
Now that you mention it. Or you could say the other one's too brandy. I don't know. I guess our argument could go either way. But yeah, I think it's just the Xbox controller. Still one of the finest controllers ever made, but personally, my current favorite of all the controllers I've used and I've had them all, I really like the PS4 controller.
Yeah.
For everything except its battery life.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Sucks. I can't believe that thing has got such terrible battery life, but it does.
Please, Sony, come out with a Blu-ray remote.
That's coming. You know it's coming. It has to.
It's got to be. Yeah, but
it's almost
it's a year now.
Yeah, but if they're going to have that that new live TV service, the View or whatever they're calling it, VUE, that necessitates the need for a remote.
Well, it has to be. Yeah, exactly.
So watch for that.
This just in, by the way, Daryl says, Bishop is a pet named for the character in Alien.
Oh.
And then he follows that up with, but not really. It's a tree.
Yeah. Oh, good. That's where he was headed with that?
He's trolling us via text.
Jeez. All right. I've got a controller here now that will draw blood every time you're shot in a video game.
Nice.
It's stupidly simple, says the creators. Remember the rumble pack? Well, nowadays, most video game controllers rumble when you get shot in the game. The rumble means that an electrical signal is being sent to the controller to let you know you've been hit. All we're doing is rerouting the same electrical signal and using it to turn on the blood collection system. So you could be playing Call of Duty.
This is not an Onion article.
This is real.
Really sounds fake.
This is a real thing, and you can see video of these guys doing it. So let's see here. Whenever the controller shakes, you lose blood. The machine, which is still just a prototype, measures how much blood is actually drawn so that the blood sport powers down before you do. Roots' ambitious project will pit gaming celebrities against one another as they prove who's the best and pay in blood. They hope to raise $250,000 over the next month, or a year rather, to make Bloodsport a reality. So far, backers have donated over $3 million.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not doing that well.
No.
I don't know if the idea is the idea just to be painful, or is the idea to... Oh, I see what they want to do. This is a way of getting blood.
Right.
Like,
The donor, right? Exactly.
Instead of just sitting there and donating
This
blood.
doesn't feel sanitary. Oh, so it doesn't actually draw blood from your hands holding the controller. That would be the great thing, right?
No. It's tied to the electrical signal from the rumble is tied to a machine
that's hooked into your arm.
Your
It's not,
your
this is not
IV'd
something
in.
you're going to buy and hook up at home. And I see what you're saying.
It's pretty funny.
That is really funny.
Blood sport, they call it. Let's see what their video said.
Look all these corpses, dude.
There's two guys on a couch playing a video game. All right.
Archie, we've killed them. We've killed them. Listen to their screams.
What else? Oh, yeah. Hey, curious about the calories of this Thanksgiving meal we keep talking about?
Yeah.
Well, be
The one that we
curious.
keep talking about.
Yeah. Be curious no more because I'm about to blow your mind. This article on twincities.com does not want to be party poopers, they say, but it's widely accepted that the traditional Thanksgiving meal is miles away from being healthy. Over the years, we've learned to stop eating after one plate. Seconds puts us on the fast track to stomach aches and to load up on whatever green vegetables are available, blah, blah, blah. But we're curious about how many calories we typically eat, and frankly, we're horrified by what we found. Our typical one plate of traditional Thanksgiving fare contained 2,050 calories.
Whoa!
Single plate. The
Oh my gosh.
The turkey illustration on this site is awesome. So here, let's do your dinner by the numbers, all right?
Sure, great.
Calorie counts taken from an online calendar or calculator here. Turkey, 6 ounces, white and dark meat, kind of combination, 340 calories right there. Stuffing, half cup, 180. Cranberry sauce, 190. Mashed taters, 150. That assumes that I don't eat my normal gigantic portion of mashed potatoes because I usually go crazy there. Gravy, 150 calories on its own. Green beans, sautéed, 50. Green beans casserole, 225. Candied sweet potatoes, 150 per half cup serving. Mashed butternut squash, 100 calories for a half cup serving. Dinner roll, 110. Pat of butter, assuming you only use one, 45. Pumpkin pie, 1 slice, 180. All of that alone, that's your full day's deal. That's you eat more than that, you are not taking care of yourself.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, I eat a lot more than that, I think.
And nobody has one serving. I'm sorry, but
no, why would you?
It's so damn good.
You're gonna go back later too.
Turkey.
You're gonna pig out. You're gonna sit on the couch. The football game will start. You'll fall asleep till at halftime. You'll wake up and go, I could really go for more turkey. You know, that's how this is gonna go.
Right. Crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy talk is what that all is.
That's a lot of caloric intake right there. HelloFresh. Hey, how about this idea? How about they send you some extra food?
There you go.
How about you not pig out? You wait until they send this to you, and then you eat that because they make these.
How about you have your Thanksgiving dinner, and then to make yourself feel better later, you eat some HelloFresh because it's going to be good for you and made by you.
That's right. You'll have a hand in it, and it'll be fresh. Hello, Fresh. It'll come to your door fresh, in fact. From real recipes created by real chefs, everything you need to make that meal in 30 minutes or less. Just visit them today at HelloFresh.com. If they deliver to you, use the code MorningStream for 50% off. That's at HelloFresh.com. Go there today.
If communists have attempted to inject their propaganda into the motion picture, they have failed miserably.
It is Celebrity Poop, brought to you by...
Fake Star Wars trailers. No, Jar Jar's not going to be in this one.
Dude, there are so many floating around, and I'm getting like tweets and emails who are sure these are it. It's like,
of course.
Oh,
dude,
this
it
one's
leaked.
real. Totally leaked. The internet's full of crap.
Yeah.
None of them are real, and they're so badly done. You're like, really? You believed this was it? Like, all the money at stake, and this is the crappy little mashup someone made? Come on.
Right. Well, they had to hurry it up, right? Because they knew it was going to get released. So they kind of had to hurry and get their little fake version out there.
Yeah, it's real dumb. But I have for you, after yesterday's trailer reveal for Jurassic World. Did you see it, by the way? Did you watch it?
No.
No, it's quite good.
I saw the teaser, but I did not see the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer happened yesterday. It's like 2 minutes long. And it features a lot of Chris Pratt all up in that thing.
Right, good.
He was hired. Apparently, this was all happening before Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, really? Is he all fat?
He is. No, he's still in pretty good shape. But I think consecutive filming wise, I want to say this happened before, or most of his principal shots happened before that one did. But he was already working out and losing weight for that other one. I don't know how this went. But here's an article that says, there are 3 reasons not to give up on Jurassic World. Now that assumes we are all giving up on it.
Yeah, who's giving up?
I'm excited.
I'm not giving up.
I'm all for a new Jurassic Park movie. I mean, listen, I saw there are things in the trailer that make me think there's going to be some serious cheese bag ideas in it. Okay, for sure. When you watch it, you'll probably agree. But I don't care. That's fine.
And I already like the fact that within the first 15 seconds, you see Judy Greer. And that works for me.
She's great. I hope she's in it more than just sending her kid off to the park, because that's all I get from that.
Probably not, but hey.
I like her. Let's see. The talent factor is high is number 1. So Parks and Rec fans have adored Chris Pratt for years, but thanks to his turn as Star-Lord in this year's biggest movie so far, Guardians of the Galaxy, he's become a household name. Let's see. Also super yoked. The snippets of dialogue we got here were a little gravelly and self-serious. I think it means it's like he's being held back. But he says Pratt practically sweats charm, so he should be fine. That's that. They like him, and also they mentioned Judy Greer, and she's great.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Plus, even if Judy Greer disappears after sending her kids to Jurassic World, there's still Judy Greer.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That's funny.
All right, so there's that. Don't know how that's gonna go. Dinosaurs are still cool, it says, is the other reason you still need to not give up on this movie. I don't know why they assume everyone wants to give up on this movie.
I know, exactly.
I mean, it's going to be fun to see. I don't know what the problem is, even if it's cheesy.
It's not out of line, though, to predict that the hipsters are already going to be poo-pooing this.
Yeah, well, it is Wired.com, I guess.
Yeah.
They say it might be a cheap cash-in, but the coolness watching whatever it is, whatever it was, marine beast rocket out of the water and eat a whole shark outweighs just about any profit-mongering. A few well-placed displays of prehistoric creatures being awesome in the most literal sense of the word will go a long, long way to making this movie worth the price of the ticket. Though we should point out that awesome is the most in the literal sense does not include raptors trotting alongside Chris Pratt on his Wii motorcycle like so many cold-blooded Ewoks. Yeah, I don't know what that bit is. It appears the raptors are working with him.
I don't know.
That's a little weird at the end.
Yeah.
And the third reason is that the guys at Wired want this to work. I hate this article, I've decided.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I
think want this to work. We want this to be
super dumb. Anyway, I love the first one. I love the third one. I really did like the third one, and a lot of people don't, but I liked it.
Mm-hmm. I didn't mind the second one. Julianne Moore was good in it.
I didn't like the second one so much. It was all right. Had moments. Mm-hmm. I think they played too much with it was very Spielberg messing around with this whole idea of, what if it came to the shore?
Right, exactly.
On the street. Ooh, what would you do? Would it be out messing around and you'd wake up in the night and hear it out there? Of course you would. And that's
drinking out of your pool.
Yeah, he loves that crap. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately. All right. We talked last week. Was it last week? Yeah. That Sony dumped the Aaron Sorkin Steve Jobs movie.
Right. Yeah.
Well, Universal has picked it up. Like a dirty rag they found on the street.
Like a hot pile of potato filling.
Yeah. Universal's like, I could eat me some of that, he says. Less than a week after Sony announced they were dropping Sorkin's film, the project has been officially saved by Universal. According to The Hollywood Reporter, a deal has been struck to produce a film about the Apple co-founder with Danny Boyle still on board to direct. And it was shot for a price tag of more than $30 million. Michael Fassbender is attached to star in the film. I don't know how official that is still. I think he'd be great.
Yeah, he would be good.
It also seemed to be produced by Rudin, Gordon, and Cassidy, attorneys at law. They're in the midst of casting, reportedly reaching out to Scarlett Johansson and Seth Rogen to play the part of Steve Wozniak.
Seth Rogen as Wozniak is just seems like brilliant casting, doesn't it?
Kind of. I feel like not. I feel like it would have been more brilliant.
I'll be over here working on these resistors.
What's his laugh? I can't even do it. I hate it though. Here, I'm gonna find it. Rogan laugh. Here you go. Here's his laugh. Oh, come on! All your intro.
It's just like one long video of nothing but him laughing.
Yep, just a big compilation. Brilliant. Yeah. Let's see. What does it say here? It's a cool team. Rogan told IGN before Universal secured the project. There's a lot that needs to happen between now and then. They haven't closed the deal with the studio. So anyway,
Yeah, chat room is saying, wait, Scarlett Johansson and Seth Rogen are combining to play Steve Wozniak? Well, yeah, you have to have somebody operate the tail.
Well, that's what it says. It says
it does. Yes.
It reportedly reached out to Scarlett Johansson and set. The word "set" is what we need to look at.
Oh
there.
yeah, sorry. And Steve Rogen for the part of.
That would have been awesome if it was Scarlett Johansson and Seth Rogen to play the part of Steve Wozniak.
Bonjour, Steve Jobs.
They couldn't get 5 little people to do it. Finally, Frozen has iced out the competition. Get it?
Oh,
get it?
Yeah, because they're ice.
Yeah,
Frozen.
yeah.
I get it.
No, you see,
It took me a second.
Yeah,
it's
it's
such
hard.
A big leap,
it's
but,
hard. It's a subtle joke. This, according to NJ.com. I assume that's NewJersey.com. Whatever. Barbie.
I don't know.
Barbie used to be the queen of all holiday purchases and has been for a very long time. But the Disney franchise nets the #1 holiday toy spot this year, kicking Barbie to the side. A Koopla Ice Princesses. What?
What?
Where's
that? Hold on. I'm trying to find
Ice.
that.
It must be a couple of Ice Princesses.
Yeah.
Huh.
Where's that? I don't even see that in your text.
Right
Are
below
you on the website?
Right. No, I'm on the text. Right below the Frozen Ices Out Barbie. It says a couple of ice. See it?
Oh, there it is right there. Huh.
I don't know. I just copy and pasted. I don't know.
A couple of ice princesses.
Or maybe it needed an apostrophe.
So that's how they say it in New Jersey. Is couple.
Yeah, I guess.
A couple.
Yo, Tony.
Hey, couple of ice princesses have deposed Barbie to become a top holiday toy. Here.
Here. You got to put it here at the end. Call it Frozen Frenzy. More on that later. The Disney franchise surrounding the top-grossing animated film of all time is successfully iced out to Mattel's Leggy Blonde. Oh, jeez. According to a survey from the National Retail Federation, wow, released yesterday, the group's holiday top toys survey showed that while 20% of parents plan to buy Frozen merchandise as gifts for girls, just 16.8% of parents plan to buy a Barbie doll. Previously, Barbie had held the top spot. Frozen obviously has surpassed all expectations, says Adrienne Appel, spokesperson for the New York-based Toy Industry Association, or the TIA. Even 1 year plus after the movie, we're seeing a tremendous interest. Yesterday, the group announced Frozen as the finalist for Property of the Year at its Toy of the Year Awards, which will be named in February. Why not? It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bona fide, genuine phenomenon.
Yeah.
You know, like people hate it because of that, and that's
Right,
I think it's fine. I like that movie.
Yeah, my little cousin Peyton loves Elsa and Frozen and all that stuff.
Peyton, a girl or a boy?
Peyton's a girl.
Okay.
She we went over there for pumpkin carving, and she wanted to carve her pumpkins in her Elsa dress.
Oh.
And we said that's probably a bad idea.
It probably is, but it's
you don't
cute.
Want to scoop out goop.
And the way I look at it is, people who poo-poo this. What is the difference between this and us geeking out about Avengers 2 or something? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing is different. It's for a
Right.
different age. It's for different people. It's maybe even for you a little bit if you'll soften your heart and quit being such a bastard.
Okay.
Well, not you, but, you know.
Oh.
People.
Oh, people.
Yeah, not you.
Top men.
Yeah. Wait. Top men. Then you're supposed to say, how's it go? I forget.
Top
men. There you go.
Who? Top men.
Thank you, Porkins.
Too fat.
I'm too fat. Stay on target. I'm too fat. Pull up, Red Leader. I'm too fat. All right. What's next? I know what's next. We're going to take a break. When we get back, we're going to talk to Recommendal's own Nicole Spagnolo. And today's theme is very interesting, I think. So that'll be fun.
Yes.
We're also going to talk to Thomas P. McMeritus, also known as Tom Merritt. And he'll bring his Tech Time little thing to us today as well. Talk about a little bit of tech. And after that, some emails. So let's get right to it. What's the music? What are we doing?
All right. Okay. Well, this one's going out to Adam. Emailed in, said, 5 years ago this Thanksgiving, I married the love of my life. In the 5 years since, we've been on a lot of adventures, including welcoming our wonderful daughter into the world and our horrible, horrible son. No, I just added that part. Now they're helping me with my goals as I go through graduate school, and we look at moving to some new place once it's done. I'm hoping that this small token can express even a fraction of how much I care for both of them. Thanks, guys, for helping us celebrate our special day. We're not able to get into the tadpole usually, but we listen whenever we can. You guys have brought joy to so many, including us. Keep it up. I know this is close to Thanksgiving, so if this date doesn't work, feel free to shift as needed. No, it works just fine, Adam, and congratulations and happy anniversary. I don't know who gets married on Thanksgiving, but the reception buffet must have been fantastic.
Yeah. You know, my sister Wendy's birthday is on Thanksgiving.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my mom literally had to be rushed to the hospital right before Thanksgiving dinner to have her. So,
wow. So, so she gets a combination Thanksgiving and birthday present?
Kind of, yeah. Well, now that she's in Sweden, I don't know what she's getting because they don't even celebrate Thanksgiving over there, let alone her birthday. But yeah.
She gets fart hinder. Happy birthday! Here's your fart hinder.
I could use some anyway.
We played this on the show before, but it's been a long time, and this is just so fun to sing along. This is the Piano Guys from their Piano Guys album from 2012 with a cover of Coldplay's Paradise, but they call it Pepperoni. Those funny piano guys and their kooky different names for everything.
Yeah, they're great. All right, well, here, let's play it. And when we get back, we'll get to all that other stuff I mentioned and more. Stay tuned.
Friskies, little Friskies, ain't we got fun? Ain't we got fun? Little Friskies, ain't we got fun? By the bag full, by the bowl full, ain't we got fun? Lots of flavor, very tasty, ain't we got fun? Little Friskies, ain't we got fun?
The fun of Little Friskies is in its flavor. That's why cats love it.
Little Friskies.
Don't you want to know who I am?
No.
I'm getting too old for this show. This is the morning stream.
All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the program. Good stuff. I love this line.
Don't you want to know who I am?
No.
No. All right. It's Nicole time.
Yay! We know who she is.
Yeah. I'm familiar with her.
Mm-hmm. I know her work.
I'm familiar with it, and I also really like her work. She does a fine job. Crap, I gotta get her thing up here, though. Here we go. Let's play this little theme here for her.
Okay.
Hold on. There it is. Check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, join us now in welcoming to the program Wednesday's own Nicole Spag. Hello, Nicole.
Hey,
How
it's
are
me.
you? How
Hey,
are
look
you?
at that.
Look at that.
Little baby picture.
Little baby picture of Nicole.
Oh yeah, I forgot to. Hey, there's the real me.
Yay. How old were you in that photo there?
Maybe 2.
Wow, that's young. Goodness gracious, you were such a happy little thing.
Yeah.
Nicole.
Like now.
Yeah, now you're just so cranky.
Always in such a horrible mood.
Nicole comes on the show on Wednesdays, and we do a little thing called Recommendals, which is really fun because we like talking about movies and things that are streaming on various services, and we've been doing this theme thing for a little while, and I'm loving that.
I love getting you guys involved in this.
Yeah, it's really fun. So remind us of the theme, and we'll take it from there. What do you got?
So a few weeks back, I polled the Tadpool and said, hey, give me some theme ideas. And then we voted on them. And I've just been kind of going down the list. So we're down to number 3 in the list. And it was submitted by the one and only Cleo. And it's buddy movies. And I love this idea.
Not necessarily buddy cop movies, right? This could have been whatever.
Just any buddy movies.
Okay.
Yeah, any buddy movie.
All right.
So I'm going to go out on a limb and say you didn't pick Turner and Hooch.
Nope.
I did not.
But that is a buddy movie.
Sure it is. And I assume it's streaming because that would be glorious news for all of us. Hold on. Let me get this straight, though. This is not K9 with Jim Belushi. This is Turner and Hooch with Tom Hanks.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
And a big slobbery St. Bernard or something.
Yeah.
Got my Christmas mug.
Yeah.
So, this is the theme. And wow, there was a huge selection. I don't know about you guys. It was really hard for me to pick on this one.
There were certain things that I was looking for specifically that I didn't find.
Yeah. Well, there's so many that qualify, right? Like, if it's just straight up buddy movie, like if you said buddy cop movies, that would have been a big narrow down. But because it's buddy movies, there's just so many where it's like about 2 dudes or 2 ladies or a combination thereof, romping around doing something.
Well, you want me to kick this off?
Yeah, go for it.
Kick it off.
All right. So, mine. There's 4 buddies in this movie.
Okay.
And 4 buddies.
Wow.
And this is a wonderful movie written by Stephen King, streaming on Netflix, the 1986 film Stand By Me.
Oh, I love that movie.
Is so wonderful.
Yeah, it's good.
Great soundtrack. The story is timeless, I think, even though it's set in the 40s or something like that, 50s.
50s, I think, yeah.
It's about these 4 kids that they hear a rumor that there's a dead body. Kid got hit by a train, and they're going to go find him. And it's about their adventure. It stars Will Wheaton, River Phoenix, a chubby, what's his face? Jerry O'Connell.
Jerry O'Connell, that's right.
Poor guy. He had that stigma, and then he lost all that weight and got all buff.
Yeah.
And Corey
he's like the
Feldman.
kid in the Harry Potter movies that played the little chubby nerd.
Neville
Longbottom.
Yeah,
Longbottom.
he is the best looking Harry Potter cast member of all of them now. Like almost ruined the movie for me in a way, because it was like the older he got, the more like handsome and tough and tall he got.
Yep.
And that's just it, man. Adolescence doesn't always equal adulthood.
Right.
For some of these guys, but yeah. Anyway.
So it's a wonderful film. I'm assuming you've both seen it.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Multiple times.
Dozens of times.
There are moments.
Great
There are
Richard
great.
Dreyfuss.
Yeah.
Doing the narration.
Kiefer Sutherland, the little bastard. Isn't he in that? Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland's in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He is.
John Cusack is even in it for a very brief time as Will Wheaton's older brother, who is just in flashbacks.
I feel like it was one of the there were like 4 movies in my teenage years and before, earlier than that even, where they all qualified as kind of these coming of age stories that had big impacts on me. One of them was Stand By Me. One of them was The Breakfast Club. And the other was probably, on a lighter side, probably Goonies.
Yeah.
But those 3 things just had this weird
Definitely.
impact on me, and that one definitely is one of those. It's a big deal.
A couple of the scenes that just kind of stuck with me over the years. I'll never get into a lake without thinking of leeches.
Yep.
Right, and what areas you're gonna have to pull them off of?
Yeah.
And the trains.
And I always think in my head, oh, that's also the movie where they got onto the rides after eating too much and then yacked all over the ride. And I realized, no, that's Sandlot. Like I always get those 2 things mixed up.
Well,
for some
there
reason.
is a big yakking scene.
Yeah, because Will Wheaton tells that story, that really great story.
About the pie eating contest.
Oh, right. So maybe that's why I keep mashing those 2 up, because there was
Probably,
both. Oh, it's been too long. Now I got to watch it again. Where is it streaming, did you say?
Netflix.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm in. I have that. I can watch that.
Netflix just got a ton of new movies, by the way. So if you haven't checked out Netflix in a while, they have a lot of new movies streaming.
New good ones, too.
Yeah, good ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they struck some deals or something, or I don't know what happened, because they had a bit of a period where a bunch of stuff went away and it was a little dry there for a bit. And now they're kind of back, so that's good.
Right.
All right, but that's a damn fine recommendation. Brian, what's yours?
Well, the 2 that I looked for initially, my favorite buddy cop movie is Running Scared, which often gets quoted on this show. It's the Gregory Hines, Billy Crystal one, not streaming. Then I went to Midnight Run, which is also one of my favorites because I like the good road trip, which Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin.
Yep.
That wasn't streaming either. So I fell back on another road trip movie, and it feels like I'm picking the lowest hanging fruit here because it is the day before Thanksgiving, and this is one of my favorite movies of all time. Easily my favorite John Hughes film, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Ah, damn you!
I saved it for you. I was going to pick that too, but I know Brian's going to pick it.
I have 3 movies.
backup
That was one of my backups just in case, because I knew one of us was gonna do that one. I was sure of it.
There's no, there's no way one of us wasn't going to do it because, again, it's a movie about getting home for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It takes place today, right? It would be the day before Thanksgiving. He's trying to get home so that he can have Thanksgiving with his wife.
Sure.
And
it's an amazing
everything
movie.
Conspires against him, whether it's, delayed flights, it's rental cars that aren't there, the keys to an rental car that isn't effing there.
Yep.
Don't you get frustrated with those kinds of movies to a point where everything goes bad in the movie, and it almost raises my stress level a little bit too much?
It totally does.
Yeah.
This movie gets that as right as any have, though. I feel like if it's the right amount of frustration and the right amount of audience participation of frustration, and then enough heart to kind of counterbalance all of that. I don't know. That's a special movie. It always has been in my book. I love that movie so much.
The other movie I think that does that really well, but still is entertaining, but still kind of gets you nervous about all these horrible things happening to the character you're rooting for, that you're associating with, is Griffin Dunn in After Hours, and that's such a great. If you haven't seen that,
I haven't seen After Hours.
Cheech and Chong. Oh God, I got to pull up the list here because it is such a great movie. I think it might even be.
I don't think I've seen this.
1985.
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese.
Rosanna Arquette.
Kidding me.
Terry Garr, John Hurd, Catherine O'Hara. There's it's great, and it feels a lot like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles in that feeling of isolation and oh my God, everything horrible is happening to this poor guy. And there's a great scene on a fire escape. It's one line, and it's it's easily the best line in the movie, and I won't spoil it for you. But
look who's here.
Bronson Pinchot's in that. We just saw him on
hey,
film
look,
tech.
there's Mark.
Oh, Mark. Oh, he's such a handsome Italian man. He makes me want to touch him inappropriately.
Anyway.
I've seen this movie poster a number of times, but I've never seen the movie, so I will have to watch.
Yeah, we'll have to find where it's streaming. It's not streaming on Netflix, but maybe somewhere else.
We'll probably find it on YouTube.
Yeah,
no, that's great.
Is it streaming, or what's the website?
Is it just
Can I stream it? Yeah.
There's a new one out. Someone told me about, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's almost a replacement of Can I Stream It?
I would love that, because Can I Stream It has issues sometimes.
Yeah, it
It'll
does.
say something
It's
doesn't.
a long time
and then,
to load, too.
Yeah, plus it's like Web 2.0 broken. It's weird.
Let me go to my Recommendals Twitter feed, because I probably retweeted it.
You probably did. Retweet.
But while I do that, should we move on to you, Scott?
Yeah, let's do mine. So I had a few on the list that I kind of held on to and thought I would try, and I did back even into buddy cop movies, like, I thought 48 Hours was awesome when I first saw it. I was thinking about these kind of weird combinations of people. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a perfect expression of putting two very odd people together and having it work. But I ended up settling. It's a little bit of a cheat because I was just talking about it, but it's still so fresh in my mind. I watched it on Amazon Prime. I feel like Nebraska is a total buddy movie.
Really?
Yeah. Now it's father and son, but it's so effective. It's the same kind of pattern, though. Like two guys who are out doing their thing. They have there's a lot of disagreement. There's a lot of sort of conflict, but just under the surface. But at the end of the day, people care about each other, and where they're going is important. And I think that movie is awesome. It left such a big imprint on me the other day when I watched it.
Yeah.
So for me,
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
So.
For me, it's Nebraska, and it's a quirky. I think you'd love it, Nicole, especially because you're from the part of the country I think some of these people will totally remind you of. So I guess it depends on how fondly you look back at your upbringing or not. But it's definitely kind of that Midwest. Oh, it's good to see you again. How you doing since we last talked? Kind of stuff. And it's awesome, and the acting's amazing. And Will Forte and Bruce Dern they represent to me the kinds of things you want out of a buddy movie, where there's like loss, misunderstanding, understanding, sort of redemption. It's just awesome. I loved it.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. And 48 Hours is also streaming. So, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's out there. Eddie Murphy, Nick Nolte. Both of them are. That and another 48 Hours are both streaming.
Yeah. And the Lethal Weapons are up. Yeah.
Yep. Good stuff.
There's many out there. So Trumple is actually the one that told me about the alternative to Can I Stream It? It's called Where to Watch. Where to Watch.
Where to Watch.
Where to Watch.
Wait, wheretowatch.com?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Not the number 2, TO.
Oh, here we go. Oh, this is nice and clean.
It's fast.
Yeah, it really is. It's sharp. Yeah. And so After Hours is not available for free streaming, but $2.99 rental from iTunes or Flickster or Xbox Video, Vudu, Amazon Instant.
This is great. So I'm going to try one here. So 48 Hours, just for fun. We'll put that in. Search results come up as 48. No, not 48 Hours to Live. 48 Hours, 19. Oh, that's weird. They don't. Oh, movies. Here we go. Well, that's really weird.
Yeah.
How come 48 Hours? Oh, maybe they suck because it's not listed. There is no 48 Hours is not listed. However, I do know it's streaming on a couple of services, so I don't know why that's not showing up. Well, anyway, I'll have to play with this.
48. That's true. More results, and it should be pulling up
something. It's not pulling up anything. Okay, but I put in.
Because it's spelled 48 HRS.
Oh, is that why?
48 hers.
Okay. Well, Stand By Me. So I
Like
clicked
bros,
on that.
48 hers.
On iTunes, on Netflix, on Amazon, although not streaming, but on buying it, Flickster and Vudu. Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, it's a nice little clean website.
Yeah. Just
By
don't
the way,
forget-
you were talking about combinations of buddy, like classic buddy movies.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor and
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. See No Evil, Hear No Evil is streaming on Netflix.
Yes.
That is such a.
Is
that movie
Stir
even
Crazy
make it?
and
Stir Crazy, I love. Love Stir Crazy.
Yes. I don't think Stir Crazy is streaming. No, it's not streaming.
No.
But
Oh.
hear no evil, see no evil.
Yeah, I heard what you're saying though about would it even be allowed today as far as like the
insensitivity to, I mean,
to physically handicapped deaf people and blind people.
Yeah. I'm looking here and trying to see. Yeah, that's not anywhere.
It didn't corrupt us, did it? We came out fine, and we saw stuff like that, and we're very sensitive to people of all abilities and disabilities.
Of course we
right?
are. Hey, I didn't know that. I know this is totally unrelated, but I didn't know that Richard Pryor was in Blazing Saddles. This is new to me. Were you aware of that?
No.
It says right here that Richard Pryor was in Blazing Saddles. I don't remember who or what or how.
I don't either. And I'm looking at his list of movies. You know how Netflix kind of lists all the movies? I don't see it listed.
Which one? The Here No? Oh, the
No,
Blazing Saddles?
Blazing Saddles. I don't see Blazing Saddles listed at all.
Well, it's weird because it says it's. So I'm looking at Richard Pryor's home page on IMDb. It's got
Lost
him, his
Highway is
photos,
listed.
and then
No,
it says known for Richard Pryor live at the Manhattan something, another one, and then Blazing Saddles, 1974.
I think they're getting the actors mixed up.
I think so too, and that's the most racist thing I've seen today.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
It is terrible. That's the whole point of Blazing Saddles is to break down racial barriers, and they have mixed Richard Pryor up with the guy in Blazing Saddles, I think.
Kiwi says as a writer.
Oh, he helped write?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Oh, you're right. He wrote the screenplay.
Hey. Oh my God, it's horrible.
That's hilarious. All right. Anyway, that's cool.
Anyway.
I didn't know that. That's amazing. He wrote the screenplay? I love that movie. Anyway, whatever. Here's the point. The point is, these were all good recommendations. People should follow the Recommendals Twitter account if they want to find out what's going on. Nicole, anything else happening before Thanksgiving? I know you got a big meal planned and all your usual fun stuff for the holiday.
I'm actually going to distribute the food to other family members. So I'm cooking the turkey and I'm making everybody else cook the sides.
Oh, it's a good idea.
Nice.
Yeah.
But don't mess with her turkey, damn it. That's hers. That's Nicole's.
Using the Alton Brown recipe again?
Yeah, there's no way. I was watching something and they were like, yeah, I gotta get up. Oh, I was watching the Goldbergs and it was all about Thanksgiving dinner. It's like, we gotta get up at 6 a.m. Like, 6 a.m. to do what? I'm like, oh, to cook the turkey.
Yeah, that's the stereotype. That's how it's always been. Got to get up to do the turkey.
My turkey literally takes 3 hours. I started around. I'm always itching to put it in, so I put it in around 1, and then I realize it's done at 4, and I'm like, well, I guess we can eat early.
Yeah.
So,
Here is a recommendation if you can find it. Let's see. It's not streaming anywhere, but you can rent it or buy it in different places. But here's a quick, tiny, mini recommendation for a movie that has Thanksgiving connections in it. If you really want to see something that will be a very sort of good Thanksgiving fare for a film. And that is the 1990 Barry Levinson directed Avalon, which is a movie I always want to talk about or have an excuse to talk about. I love that freaking movie.
Really?
Yeah, I just love it. And it's about this. I don't even know how to describe it. It's probably the first thing you'll ever see a very young Frodo in. What's his name? I can't remember his name all of a sudden. Who played Frodo?
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood. He's the little tiny kid, and he's like 6 years old or
I
something.
have seen this movie.
I love this movie like nothing else, and there's a great big scene in it that's very important where they cut the turkey before an uncle gets there. And I can't believe you cut the turkey. It's just the best. It is the best. That movie is still like top 3 films of all time for me.
Is it streaming?
No. It is in payable forms, but no services, which sucks. It's never streaming anywhere. I don't understand why. I don't know why that thing's tied up in weird legal stuff, but I love that movie so much, and I wish more people could see it. It's Avalon, so watch it. I can't believe they cut the turkey. Nicole, have a fantastic day. Oh, a Quizler. Quizler, give it to me.
Tom on deck.
All right, here's your Quizler. One of my favorite buddy movies, by the way.
Oh my God, I've got it! Post-its! Everybody knows what Post-its are. Do you want the cancer?
Oh, that's from last week.
Wait. So the cancer one had nothing to do with it?
Yeah, that was from last week. The first one. Here's this one.
Oh my God, I've got it! Post-its! Everybody knows what Post-its are.
Love that movie.
I can't think of this at all. Brian, you know what it is.
Brian knows
It's
it.
Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
Yay!
Oh, I've never seen it. That's why I don't know.
Delightful Mira Sorvino.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Never seen. Did they drive off a cliff at the end because Brad Pitt was a?
No,
Okay.
no. Romy
right.
and Michelle. It's their 10-year high school reunion. They are going back and reliving the horror of high school, and it's a sweet film. I love it. I love it. I
need to see it.
It's so wonderful.
I'll watch it. Why not?
Silly and ridiculous. And awesome.
You know, the more we talk about this, the more I realize how many movies are actually quantified as buddy movies.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a lot.
Billions
If it's
of
got
them.
two or more lead characters that are featured prominently, equal billing throughout the film, like Mel Gibson and Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon, and
Sure, you could count that. You could count Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure if you wanted to. You could-
That's still a buddy movie.
Total buddy movie.
Yeah, that's-
Tommy Boy. That was one of my backups. Was Tommy Boy.
Could you? Is the Matrix with Neo and Morpheus? Are they buddies? Could you count that?
No,
not
that's
so
not a
much. All right, damn it. All right,
Do
well,
you want? Are we doing a show next week?
yeah, I think so. Next Wednesday, yeah. Should be.
Yes. So our friend Eric Mahler submitted the next one. It's dysfunctional family movies.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Thanksgiving.
Some of my favorites. I'm down with that. All right. Well, there you go. Let's do that next week. Nicole is Nicole Spag on Twitter. You can find all sorts of things coming out of that Twitter account, so do follow it. Nicole, have a fantastic day.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy Turkey Day. Bye now. All right.
Aw.
Oh, I know, right? It's like a fresh breeze in the morning. Ace Detect is our next guy here. Ace Detect. There he is. I'm giving away his Skype name. That's all right.
Well, I think that's pretty well known on
Is it? Probably is.
the interwebs.
Should be by now. Oh, you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm having a flashback or a forward back.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
The man with the plan. The man is Tom Merritt. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Scott. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, it's good to have you here.
I'm up early.
Oh, are you now? Why?
Oh, yes, I
Gotta
am.
make the turkey?
We're doing a 9 a.m. We're following the morning stream, the Daily Tech News Show this morning.
Oh.
So that Eileen and I can hit the road.
Oh, that's right, because you guys are going to San Jose or somewhere.
San Jose.
Ah, so it's her family, right? Her side of the
California.
You're
Yeah.
driving, flying, what?
Driving.
That's a good road
With the
trip.
dogs.
Oh, that's fun.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fun
for us and Django.
Heads out the window. Their tugs lolling out, and then also
Django does
the
head out
dogs.
the window, tongues lolling out. Sawyer hides.
Yeah.
Just please tell me when it's over.
What do you do?
I sit and read my phone.
Tom has his tongue out the window as well.
I also hang my tongue out the window. Yeah.
Well, that was my next question. So Kim won't let me drive long distances anymore because I tend to fall asleep. I get really tired behind the wheel.
Oh my god.
I do. I cannot do it. I go about 30 minutes and I start just yawning. It's really hard for me. I don't know what my deal is. I like driving video games, but when it comes to real driving, I just conk out. And she won't let me anymore. So if we're going to Vegas for Christmas, she's totally driving that whole 5 hours. She won't let me do it.
Yeah.
So where's Eileen on all this? Will she relinquish the wheel?
She prefers I drive until she gets tired of the way I drive. Then she likes to drive.
It sounds like my problem, just in slow motion, really.
It's more like, I really want you to drive because I want to do more fun things until maybe we're in traffic and I'm being Mr. Safety first.
Right.
And then she's like, let me drive.
Well, I like it when
we actually end up splitting it up pretty even.
Well, that's good. Well, it sounds like fun. It's a good time to see family, of course, for that holiday, and why the hell not? Taking the dogs, that sounds like a good time. Well, before all of that, before you do DTNS this morning, which you got to do right away here, or are we on after that? No, I forgot what you said. Is that coming up?
No, I'm going to be doing it in 40 minutes.
Oh, good Lord.
You got 40 minutes. Wrap it up.
All right,
Johnson.
wrap this up, man.
Timer.
Why don't you tell us what is on the docket? I'd love to know what's happening in tech this week because I
Sure,
feel
I'll
like
just
I've
do
been
the
out
whole
of
show.
I've been out of the loop.
I got it ready.
That's weird.
There's all kinds of cool stuff. Actually, I was a little worried it would be a light morning, but Justin Robert Young and I are going to have good stuff to talk about. Main story we're going to talk about is the Sony Pictures hackers because that's just weird.
Yeah.
It almost feels like a Sony movie. And some people, there's even conspiracy theories out there saying it is, but it's a group that calls themselves the Guardians of Peace. They say they had inside help, that Sony leaves their doors unlocked, and basically they've pwned the entire Sony Pictures IT system. There's some debate about whether the data that they've released is valuable or not. Some people think it's just a bunch of BS. Some people are like, no, that looks like PHP passwords. There could be some really like dangerous stuff in there. But they put a picture of a red skeleton on everyone's desktop.
Picture of Red Skeleton.
I wish it was a picture of Red Skeleton.
That'd be amazing.
Maybe it's Red Skeleton skeleton.
So hold on, like Red Skeleton, like red, like the Red Skull style, like from the comic books, kind of Red Skeleton. Like that's a weird thing.
Yeah, it's more like a B movie horror film skeleton.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like a full skeleton, not just a skull.
Hey, I have a theory. I have another theory to pile on the pile. You want to hear this one? That's pretty good. You said it's Guardians of Peace, right?
Yes.
GOP for short. It's the Republicans.
Oh, well, obviously.
They had to hire
Because if
out
I were an insidious conspiracy within the Republican Party to hack Sony Pictures Entertainment, I'd hashtag it GOP. No one would ever
everybody.
guess.
Yeah, exactly. It's about ethics in gaming anyway. So
not your hacker.
No. So this is, but it's a little bit weird in terms of Target. I don't understand what the value of the Target would be, because I understand like, oh, everybody lost their credit cards at Target. I keep saying the word Target, but you know what I mean. You know, like what? Why
The Target of Target?
Yeah, why Sony and not Visa
it's
or something?
It's actually funny because there was the big PlayStation Network hack. In fact, there was even another leak last week on PlayStation Network. So many sites are trying to tie this back into Sony gaming, but it's not. It's Sony Pictures. It's the film industry, and it's like we demand equality. Not and it's sort of this idea of like we demand equality. You know what we're talking about, Sony Pictures. You know what you did.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they did.
Yeah.
And why these attackers are going after them.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird also just to make the presumption of, well, I don't know. Maybe this is the assumption. Maybe this is all it comes down to. Maybe Sony has bad IT practices and that's why they've been vulnerable in the past, and maybe that spreads across multiple divisions, and maybe that's why they're getting attacked, not because there's some specific reason or they have to fabricate, but maybe it's just because they have weak walls. You know? Is that possible?
It sounds there's one of the attackers named Lena, or calls themselves Lena, has been speaking with various sites, and they pretty much say like they left their doors unlocked, we went in. So there's a little bit of that tinge of like, hey, they don't have safe practices, but they keep emphasizing we had access to their physical security has gone away. So it's hard to put the pieces together, but it's very much seems like a bunch of disgruntled employees and maybe some former employees wanted to teach people a lesson, and whether those are disgruntled former IT employees or other Sony Pictures employees, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just it being the home of the rootkit, it being the home of the month down PSN outage in 2012 or whatever it was.
Right. Again, totally different divisions though.
True. No,
right?
good.
It's hard to keep that in your head.
No, I agree with you 100%.
Nothing to do with Sony Pictures Entertainment.
I agree with you 100%. You just makes you wonder, are there security measures all around just not great, right? Like are they just bad at
You're
this
doing
generally?
exactly what all these blogs are like, but I want this to be about the other thing.
It's hard not to.
And I know, right?
It's hard.
Because maybe, I'm not saying there isn't any connection. Obviously, there, it is all one company, but it seems pretty tenuous like this. I don't know.
So the fallout is what? Our movie's going to get
fallout
delayed?
has been that Sony Pictures Entertainment employees haven't been able to use their email.
Oh, geez.
For 2 days now.
So they've
I haven't
grind to a
heard
halt
today whether they've actually got it resolved or not. I'm waiting to see if a story breaks about that. But the attack came on Monday, and as of yesterday afternoon, they were still locked down.
So it's not so much that it's kind of grinds productivity to a halt, but it's not like, oh, and Tom Cruise's beeper numbers in the wild or something weird like that.
No, there hasn't been anything like that. There's a bunch of password lists out there, but nobody's really made anything out of them. There's a bunch of email addresses that were in one document, but again, nobody's discovered anything crazy except one that was like called Sexy Dog or something weird like that.
Sexy Dog? What the hell? That's
I can't remember.
I hope that's
exactly.
a new animated feature at Sony. That's what I hope.
Yeah, but no secrets. They promised to release secrets, and no big secrets seem to have been released yet. People are still combing through a lot of this data, obviously.
Yeah.
I was eating a burger very near to Sony Pictures yesterday in Culver City, and I can say that the people in the burger joint seem to be unaffected.
Really? Not a huge impact on
the
Sony
I don't know
employees.
if any of them even worked at Sony.
Well, that's good. Well, hopefully they get it worked out, whatever it is. I mean, they're still down, right? There's still issues. They still like you said, they may have had it resolved this morning, but we don't know. They're still kind of.
Yeah, I do. I have not. I've not seen anything confirming whether the IT department has got it cleared up yet or not.
I'm guessing they're going to have a bad Thanksgiving, is my guess.
But it is a movie-like plot that everybody comes into work on Monday and suddenly pictures of a hacker group are gracing everyone's desktops with a red skeleton in the background, requesting that their demands be met or the following data will be made public.
That's kind of amazing.
John McClane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want Newman. I want.
That's actually the Nakatomi building, which is over in Century City.
That's right.
Totally different.
Wrong building. Dang it.
Yeah. Way to go. That's all right. Hey, well, I'm sure that this is just really the tip of the tech iceberg because here in about 40 minutes.
Another interesting one. We'll have it in the headlines. Top of our subreddit today was Ben Gilbert's column on Engadget from a couple of days ago, bemoaning all of these gaming launch problems that have been happening, like Assassin's Creed, Halo Master Chief Collection, etc. And just saying, like, do game companies now just think it's okay to ship broken products and they'll fix it later?
Yeah.
Like, are we okay with this? And then at the end of his column, he's like, maybe you should just buy a sweater.
Yeah.
Sweaters never get broken.
It's a huge problem. I mean, I was talking to somebody who I can't say his name because he works for a big developer and would get fired. But basically, he has a theory, and his theory is about even his own company, that they are, and for people who are assuming it's someone at Blizzard, it's not Blizzard at all.
Obviously, that's a good disclaimer.
Yeah, I should, because the assumption would be that it's not them at all. And these guys are known for not rushing anything to market, so they'd be a bad example. But the one he does work for is known for rushing things to market quite often, and thankfully that's not much of a spoiler because a lot of them do this now. But a lot of it is based a lot on not creative decisions or smart decisions by game runners and designers to say, you know what, we've really got to flesh this out before we can go to retail or whatever. It's coming from pressure to meet certain dates of the year and to hit certain quarterly requirements. And it's their financial reasons, which are valid reasons, but they conflict with the creative end of the business. So if you are, trying to make a game at EA or something and they're constantly down your throats about making sure this is out by holiday 2014, and you're like, in your heart of hearts, this game needs another 6 months, or else we are going to be shipping a broken product with a day one patch that kind of fixes it but doesn't, and we're going to have to explain ourselves for 6 months until we do. It doesn't matter if the suits say it has to be out by Q4. You have to have it out when they say they need it because the shareholders demand it. Like, it's not an easy thing to get around.
All you're saying is the developers aren't the reason.
That is kind of what I'm saying. Yeah.
But that doesn't change Ben Gilbert's point, which is like, okay, so it's not those guys in that company, it's those guys in that company. The company is still forcing crappy products.
Oh yeah, it doesn't excuse them for sure. I guess what I'm saying is just these company cultures are supporting this hit the dates first mentality.
Right.
And what's funny is they are constantly chasing after the success and the things that companies like Blizzard and others are famous for, Valve and others. And one of the things they never seem to want to mimic is this willingness to take the time they need. Yeah. And that's the one ingredient.
I think there's a valid, I don't know if it's an excuse or an objection or a reason or whatever, but there's a valid point that multiplayer online is exceedingly difficult to beta test. Even if you have these open betas and invite a bunch of people in to play it, it's not the same as opening it to the millions of people that will buy it on day one.
Yeah, I don't think you can test for it. I agree. You can't test for it very well. I mean, even Blizzard stumbled out of the gates with Warlords, and you can throw a million excuses as to why they upped their subscriber base back to 10 million. That's a huge increase, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, and they even admitted so, they did not launch the way they wanted to, and it went badly for 3 days, and big apology and free time to play and all this stuff came from that. But even they're not immune from that. I completely agree, but like that Master Chief Collection thing, I mean, the only advantage, like, say, Assassin's Creed Unity has right now is that they can hide from what the Master Chief Collection nightmare is happening. In other words, the spotlight is off of Assassin's Creed, and it is on how in the world the Master Chief Collection has had as many patches as it has, nearly 15 gigabytes worth of updates, and people still can't do anything online with that game.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's like so busted up. And there's another example of like, well, could they have, said we need another 6 months? Were they made not to do that? Was it they were thinking, well, maybe the single player is enough and we'll just be okay and we'll do this by the seat of our pants? I mean, nobody knows, but it is a weird year for this. Like, just constantly left and right. You can't really blame it on the fact that these are newer consoles. We're a year into this thing. That's enough time, to figure it out. So I think they're just rushing products to market. That's all. And then and
Russians. That's what you always do, Scott.
And to the credit, okay, so this is an important thing I think to say at the end of that. We keep, it's easy to forget that probably 5 or 6 major titles that were slated for holiday season this year did get pushed to 2015.
Good. That's a really good point. Yeah.
So there are companies and teams and people who are either so far past the threshold that they have to delay or are making good, smart decisions to do as such, but they are doing that. It's why it's a lighter year in general, and it's those who crammed everything into the end of the year that are having trouble. So, it's not everybody, and maybe even under the same publishing umbrella, some of the people did make a good decision and say, yeah, Batman Arkham or Arkham Knights needs to be, we need more time, and they let it go. I don't know. It's very hard to say, but I think it's easy to just think every game is coming out busted. Well, some of them are taking the time they need.
Yeah.
So,
and I guess there is just a sad situation of like, no matter how much time you take, every game is going to be susceptible to being busted in a manner of speaking, because it's just so many conditions that you can't replicate.
Sure.
It's all a matter of how bad those problems end up being, and how long they persist. And I think something like Master Chief Collection is that's on the unexcusable end. Like, really, come on, you should have had testing good enough to prevent that.
Especially in a Halo series I know there's weird netcode changes between each of those 4 games, and there's all kinds of stuff. I get it, but I just feel like Microsoft needed a big hit this year, real bad, for their sales to do something, and I think that's what drove this. But all of that is guessing. I just think it's it's easy for us to look at games and go, they all suck, they're broken. This is because they're being lazy or they're being draconian. They're also incredibly complicated, and AAA titles these days. This is not like putting out, say, Geometry Wars 3, which shipped yesterday. Which runs great, by the way, right out of the box as you would expect, because it's a simple freaking game. And we're not in the days anymore with NESs and Super NESs where games were relatively simple compared to what we're doing today. The stuff we do today is kind of crazy. So it's a no-win in a lot of ways for these guys. And, this isn't to excuse bad planning or money over quality or any of that, but I think it's complicated, and it's easy for gamers just to, just pee on the pile and set it on fire.
Yep.
To use a terrible combination.
It's really hard to pee on a pile and set it on fire. Somehow they managed to do it.
Well, gamers, they're pros, really.
Yeah.
Well, Tom, it's always fun to hang out and talk.
Dude, that was awesome. I'm glad I brought that up.
I am glad you did too.
You went to town. You went to school.
Well,
that was
I have some passion for that topic, so
Yeah.
it's easy to bring it out. Well, more about Sony pictures, video game crap, and stuff later. We'll hear very soon, actually, on Daily Tech News Show, and catch it live. Anything else,
you
Tom?
got 23 minutes.
Yeah, be there.
Oh my God, hurry, Scott! We got to finish the show.
Anything else going on that we should be aware of before we let you go?
Yeah, Daily Tech News Show launched a store. So if people are interested in some T-shirts or some mugs or a mouse pad or even a little mobile charging battery thing, head to dailytechnewsshow.com/store.
I'm in the market for a little mobile charging battery thing, so I'm going to go check that out.
You might want to check it out. It'll say DTNS on it, but if you don't mind that, it'll charge your things.
I would not only not mind it, I would embrace it. Tom Merritt, everybody, Ace Detect on Twitter. We'll talk to you later. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Thanks, man. You too.
See you, Tom.
All right. Good times with Tom.
Always.
That's our new segment. Good times with Tom.
Good times with Tom.
Hey, look at this, everybody. Email time, and they're brought to you by
Coverville, where today is our annual, this is the 11th annual Beatles Thanksgiving double shot cover story. So there's so many damn Beatles covers out there that I've got to put them all into an annual episode of Coverville, and it has to be huge, has to be big sized. So that will be at 2 p.m. today. Probably a cover of, I don't know, Blackbird, maybe cover of Yesterday. Who knows? You know, I don't know these things yet.
No.
There will be covers of Beatles songs.
As My Guitar Gently Weeps. I love that song.
Probably will be one of those, yes.
Love that song.
Something definitely from the brand new Art of Paul McCartney tribute CD, which has some Beatles covers, some Wings covers, some Paul McCartney solo covers. So there'll be something from that as well.
Well, good. Well, I celebrated this morning the Beatles by I woke up, I got out of bed, I drug a comb across my head.
Did you?
I went downstairs and drank a cup. And I forgot the rest. That's right. When I was a kid, their music creeped me out. Now I love it.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I just remember it weirding me out. And them and the Doors. If I heard the Doors at all when I was a kid, I went into a trance. I don't know what that music did to me. But anyway, here we go. Let's do some emails.
Oh.
We got here from Matthew Call, who wrote in. Says, hi, Scott, longtime listener, but never felt compelled to write in before until now.
Uh-oh.
I was listening to the morning stream yesterday morning, as I often do, walking my dog, and heard you talk about how you love the mix of sci-fi and westerns. Well, I've never got the impression from you that you are much of a miniatures gamer fan. I'm not really. I mean, I like those things. I just don't get into it. I wanted to take time to bring a certain game to your attention. No doubt being plugged into into everything nerdy as you are, you have already heard about it, especially as there is a comic that runs alongside this. Anyway, it is Wild West Exodus. There's no Tex in there. I was reading
Exodus.
it wrong. Exodus. It's not a bad idea. That's a good name. I like that.
Copyright that.
I'm looking at it right now. Oh, I love the art. Oh, this is great.
It does sound like it's right up your alley with the whole, Western.
Oh, it's dead
thing.
on. Like, look at everything in here. Cyborg cowboys. Oh, dude. Yeah, this is totally up my alley. I had not actually heard of this, which surprises me because I think I would have heard of the comic. Anyway, it's Wild West Exodus. Mixes old-time cowboy stuff with steampunk sci-fi. Thanks for all the frog pants and for the uncountable hours of entertainment you brought to myself and my family, Matthew Cole. Well, thanks, Matthew. That's very nice of you. And I'm going to get into this. I want to know more.
I love, dude, I love games with miniatures like these,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, paintables.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that thing. Oh, look at
Dogs.
that bike.
Yeah, the bike or the tumbler, that's got the big circular.
This is great. Why isn't this a video game world? And the comics, let's see, where are the comics? The game. I got to track this down. Wild West Exodus. All right, I'm in. Thank you for that. That's cool. Got another email from Tony. Says, hey, sirloin and burger. I have to share the name of this certified public accounting firm here in Buffalo, New York. It is Lugan, Valenti, Bookbinder, and Weintraub. That is all. Blowing the snow, though, Tony. Yeah, you are. You guys still have like 9 feet up there? Like, what's going on in Buffalo?
We got a dusting this morning.
Did you? I think we did too, a little bit. I just don't. Freaking winter, dude. Winter. Hunkering down. It's a bad one this year for a lot of people, but that Buffalo stuff is insane. Those photos, I could not believe what I was seeing up there. My brother-in-law had a really funny thing to say the other day. He goes, this is Steve, he says, so we were looking at pictures of the Buffalo snowstorm, and some guy had taken a picture of him opening his front door, and instead of being outside there, it was just a wall of snow with imprints of his door in it.
Oh my God, just a
really bad
doorknob-shaped dent in
basically,
the snow.
yeah, and the little, like, what do you call those things on the door, the indentations, like the design or whatever.
Panels.
Yeah, that was all there too. So I said, man, I don't know. I would go crazy. I feel like that would make me so claustrophobic to know I was buried in snow like that. And he said, no big deal. If you still got heat, if you still got water, and you made a recent trip to Costco, you'll be fine. Like, well, the recent trip to Costco part is tenuous.
Maybe unlikely, yeah.
Yeah. Made me laugh, though. Let's see. We got one final email from Paul. Wrote in, says, hey, Scott and Brian, would you consider yourselves... Oh, this is a really important question. You ready for this?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready for this.
Would you consider yourself extroverts with the perfect job for someone with an extroverted personality? Or are you basically introverted with a job that requires you to be extroverted? Are there days when the last thing in the world you want to do is have put your face in front of a mic? How does your job affect your communication at home with the family? Weird personal questions, I know. If you don't want to answer them, I get it. Love the show you're doing over there. Your pal, Paul. All right, so this really rung a chord with me, and I wanted to share how I feel about this.
Yeah.
And I'd love to hear what you think. But I consider myself, generally speaking, an extrovert. I like to talk and hang out with people, and, I'm not, like, shy and in the corner. When there are people around, I actually have the opposite problem. I can't shut up. You've seen this in me. You know how I get.
Yeah.
I do it on the shows, too. I just... Right?
Yeah.
However, are there times where the last thing I want to do is talk to somebody because I've been doing shows all day? Abso-freaking-lutely. There are times where I'm just like, you know what?
Can I just sit here in silence for a little while?
Can we order in? I don't want to. I'm kind of a homebody anyway, and I like that. I like just kind of quiet family time. Sure. I don't want to always be at a party. I don't always need to be entertaining people. I don't always need to be the guy at the center of the room. I kind of hate that sometimes. So I feel like I'm a weird combination of those things, because there are times where I am definitely like not interested in your party, but at the same time, if I'm at your party, I'm not like hiding in the corner or whatever. I'm a loud, obnoxious dude. So I feel like I'm some weird hybrid of this thing he's describing. How do you feel? Where are you at?
Same way for me, actually. I feel like in many situations I'm more introverted. Like if you put me in a group of people, and a group of people I don't know, and I'll probably kind of sit back and just kind of watch and absorb. But for whatever reason, doing the show, doing Coverville, being in front of a mic for so long, as soon as you put me in front of a microphone, I have no problem. And I think if you put me, it used to be that if I were having to speak in front of a crowd of people, I would completely freak out for weeks before. And for whatever reason now, I feel like it's become so much easier, obviously, because of what we do here and what I do in Coverville, and having that microphone and basically saying, I'm just doing what I do, and it becomes so much easier. So I think there's both sides to me. There's the introverted side and there is an extroverted side. And you put me in a group of people that I know, you put me in front of a microphone, and you'll see the more extroverted Brian. And it definitely helps. I mean, it makes communication at home with the family, I don't know about better, but it definitely, it gives us something even more to talk about. And
yeah, it doesn't, I would agree with that. It doesn't change. It certainly doesn't make conversing less or harder. It doesn't make me go, when I'm done with stuff, to not want to talk to my kids or my wife or something. If anything, I'm like, oh, you guys would have loved this thing I heard on the show this morning, or Brian said the funniest thing, or you guys, the trailer for whatever's out, I found it on the show this morning. Like, there's always more to continue on with when it comes to those personal relationships. Definitely. That's never an issue for me. One thing I admire about something you said that I know you do, your version of introversion in a crowd setting, where maybe it's people you don't know, and you're more willing to sort of sit back and soak it in, and just be a listener in that kind of group.
Yeah,
I admire that, because I actually have a hard time doing that without feeling like I've got to freaking say something. Like I feel pressure to like you're doing it in a relaxed, like you can do that in a relaxed way. I can't do that in a relaxed way. It's hard for me.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like I have to be a certain thing or act a certain way, and that frustrates me about me.
It definitely becomes, a really natural thing that once I start figuring out the rhythm of the group and figuring out, all right, here's, this is a guy I can joke with, over here's maybe somebody's a little more serious, then I start opening up and joining in a little bit more. But I take a very analytical approach to groups of people that I don't know.
I like
before
that.
I just jump in.
I think that's an admirable quality. So my sister and I have talked about this on the show before, but Wendy and I both have this problem. We both have this condition where if there is silence, we cannot handle it. We have to jump in.
Yeah.
And it happens to me all the time, and I'll never forget the day. I think you were there. Let me think. Was this had been 2010? Yeah. You guys were all over at the house for dinner the night before Nerdtacular 2010. At least I think you were there. You may have been traveling. Crap, I can't remember. But there were a number of producers. Tom was there.
I think I've been to all of those.
I think you were as well. I know there was always the after party thing, but anyway, I want to say you were there. But I remember, and I've told the story before, so forgive me, everybody, if you've heard it, but this just illustrates it perfectly. I've got all of these people I admire and like that I've worked with online, some of which I've met for the first time at this event. Tom and Eileen and Mark and Nicole, and just everybody's in there.
Yeah.
And I remember the conversation was going along, and one of those things happens that everybody has experienced in their lives, where you'll be talking, and then suddenly everyone will laugh, and then nothing. There's no response. It's dead quiet, and everybody in their heads are scrambling for what to say. But it's that weird moment, right? Like, well, okay, so we're done. Like it feels like that moment. And I couldn't stand it so much, and it felt like it was going on so long in my head. It was probably less than half a second, but in my head it was an eternity. That I said, my dog's afraid of plates. I just said it out loud.
I do remember that.
Do you remember this?
I didn't think that there was a big pause or anything. It just was a funny.
It was all my own perception. Trust me.
That's
it was like,
really funny.
I perceived this pause, and I go, hey, my dog's afraid of plates. It was just the only thing I could think of, And then I said, here, watch. And I put an empty plate on the floor and the dog ran away from it. And that was my way of bridging it. And it was so dumb that I feel like I have to do that. And we do it all the time. Family gatherings. Like, that's what's hard about having Wendy not here for big gatherings is her and I would kind of do this together. So we would just always make sure something had to be said. There's no awkward silences.
That's really funny.
Yeah,
my mom's like that.
Yeah.
She can't leave any sort of awkward silence, even if it's just her going, "Oh, well." It's like she feels like there has to be something.
Yeah, there has to be something. And I have a feeling as my faculties start to wane as I get older, right? Let's say I'm 70 or something.
Yeah.
I'm going to say dumb things to fill the gaps. Like I'm going to be sitting there and a grandkid will say, "So Grandpa really enjoyed fishing last weekend." I say, "Yeah, that was a good time." And then there'll be a pause and I'll go, "Oh, fish. I won't know what to say.
Oh, those fish are jumping today.
There's a hell of a fish. And it will start to make no sense. People will worry about me. I'll get put in a home, and then I'll have to fill all kinds of awkward silence. Anyway, it's a good question, and it really, I don't know.
I like it.
Got me.
Very, very good question.
So thank you for that, Paul. I appreciate it. This kind of actually goes along with something I was going to also promote. Yeah.
In addition to the film sack grouping, you and I talked a little bit about maybe doing like a mini TMS hour for the coverthon.
Mm-hmm.
And we could do like ask TMS questions during that hour.
Yeah, that'd be great. In fact, we'll even I'll record my time with you as a show. So because you'll be doing, you'll be broadcasting, of course, and all that. But I'll just do an MP3 and stick that on the feed, and then people get kind of a Thursday bonus thing on Friday. That's
Perfect.
a great idea.
And we'll figure out the time, but there will be a.
I'd love that.
And I was thinking we'd pull Dills in after that for a little instance talk or a little, Warlords of Draenor talk after that.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm down. We'll talk about times. Yeah, we'll get that figured out.
Yeah. We'll figure that out.
I'm sure it's fine.
I was really hoping to have times figured out by now, but there are a few people who have not put their times in that checklist, and I think I'm just going to leave them out of the deal.
Yeah, take that, you bunch of butts with your stuff. All right. Somebody wrote in and said, "Scott, you'll love your colonoscopy," and that's all they wrote in the email.
Really?
It
seems
odd.
Far-fetched.
Doesn't that seem a little far-fetched? Seems like a thing no one loves.
Right.
There's no
You're
loving
gonna
it.
Love You're gonna love your colonoscopy. I guarantee it.
Still no scheduled date. I talked to my doctor a bit yesterday. Everyone need not freak out. So I talked to him to get some clarification because, they were just, there's some inflammation, so we got to do the next step. And they didn't give me too many details. Well, he called me and went into detail and says, it's weird because it's not anything severe, but we don't know what's causing it. By the way, I do know this. He said the test confirmed it's not the diverticulitis. It's not that at all.
Oh, really?
Something else. Yeah. He says it could be a virus that never, that won't go away. Kind of like you'd get sometimes with what's an example of that? Well, I guess AIDS is a good example of that, but not a great example of that. But it's the same idea. It's a virus that kind of never leaves. That's possible.
It's a horrible example.
Well, it may be treatable, though, as opposed to AIDS. Well, AIDS is also treatable, but you know what I mean? Like, it may be a thing that is actually, you could get rid of it. But they got to find out that for sure. It doesn't appear, there's no masses or any of the cancer type indicators. None of that stuff's there. And he said, what else did he say? He says it could just be stress. He says he sees that a lot. So that may mean that I've got to figure out more. I got to quit working 7 days a week, maybe. that might work.
You got to quit watching Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and What About Bob and stressful movies like that.
Sure. That could be it. So we don't know, but that's the whole point of this test. We'll know more when they do it. So I'll let people know how it goes. All right, one quick final reminder. Don't forget Black Friday deals on the Frog Pants store is what I meant to say. There is no Black store. Use the code BFriday14. That's BFriday14, all one word. The numbers at the end are numbers. I don't know why he went kind of complicated on the code this year, but whatever. I'll have to talk to Dave. But it's B Friday and then the 1 and the 4 and
Black Friday 2014.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It's
just
I don't know. For some reason I think we could have gone shorter. It's my store after all. Anyway, it's not like I had a limited number of codes to use. We could have gone Black 14 or something.
Right. Frog Friday.
I always bet on black. Yeah. Goes through Monday, 10% off everything. And again, Patreon folks, be on the lookout for an email from the Patreon telling you how you can get some additional savings. as well for supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/TMS. We are at frogpants.com/TMS. Our email is themorningstream@gmail.com. On Twitter, Morningstream, Scott Johnson, and Coverville. Brian, let's go away now. I guess happy Thanksgiving to everybody, I guess.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, too.
Yeah. Hope you will tell us how the frog-eyed salad goes tomorrow. Or
yeah, I think I'm considering it. I'm considering making it and taking it to the potluck that we're going to.
That's awesome.
Just so I can say, oh, this is apparently a thing here.
Are you seeing much family, or what's your plan?
Yeah, we're going to my aunt and uncle's house, and all the family's going over there. They're hosting this year, so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like it'll be a good time. And I'm sure we'll all have lots of family stories to share next time we all meet. Perhaps that'll be Friday on the Coverthon, so we'll see.
Perhaps. And don't forget, hashtag AskTMS if you have questions you want us to answer during that TMS segment on Friday.
Good idea. Good mention.
Okay. Well, let's go with an email here from Gregor, who says, hello to the Johnsons and the Ibbetsons. Time to finally fill my birthday slot. Longtime listener, one-time contributor here. A weird web submission. Yay. I'm in my last year of med school. In 2009, I moved to Germany. I remember failing a big exam and then listening to TMS on the way home to cheer me up. I don't know which episode it was, but Scott said the legendary line, Harry Potter and the Fortitude of the Dragon Butt. I laughed and laughed to myself like a crazy hobo. I can imagine how strange that must have been on that hot August morning to the other people riding the train with me. By the way, we need a term for that, the podcast cackle.
Oh, yeah.
TMS is an essential part of my morning now, and you guys, along with Daryl, Chinbeard, Tom, Cleo, Nicole, Justin, and many more people whose names I can't spell, are like family I've never met. I cannot wait to get my first salary so I can give back for all the happy moments. Nice. Lately, I've been getting into electro swing again and would love to hear this wonderful cover by the Swing Republic. Cheers to the Utah, to the Clip Clop. Gregor, TMS's original Slovenian fan.
Oh, I like it.
Wow. Well, thank you very much, Gregor. Swing Republic I hadn't heard of before, and so this was kind of a cool discovery. They've done a couple covers, but more importantly, they were on a compilation this year called Electro Swing Fever Volume 3, which also had a bunch of covers. So I could have bought their single. Instead, I found this whole album, which has a handful of covers on it, but it's all done in this cool electro swing style, which I know Daryl's gonna love because he's been big into this stuff too. This is Swing Republic and their cover of Beyonce's Crazy in Love.
Oh, all right. We'll do it. We'll be back Friday for a little fun bit, and we'll be back Monday for a regular episode. So everyone take care. Stay out of the snow. We'll talk to you, Dad.
Oh,